What's up guys, in today's video I thought I would take you through what my daily routine looks like 1 year later from when I did the last video. I don't know, some of you guys might have seen it, some of you might not have seen it, but I did basically just a summary of what I would do on a typical day during the week. And I actually watched this the other day and I just thought, oh, okay. There's a couple of things which I definitely don't do anymore, and obviously there's some things which I still do, so I thought, why don't I put a video together doing a part 2 1 year later. I'll tell you one thing I don't do anymore, and that is recording myself whilst I wake up to an alarm. Good morning. That didn't go down very well in the last video. Now I don't set my alarm at all unless I've got something really important which I need to be up for early in the morning. What I do now is I just let my body wake up when it naturally wants to. So some days I'll wake up at like 7, and if I do, I just wake up. Other days I might wake up at 8 or 9. It really depends how I'm feeling and, you know, like I said, what my day is going to consist of and how late I've been up the previous night. So obviously I still have my coffee first thing in the morning after I've had some water. Got myself a new coffee machine. Didn't have this last year, so clearly business is booming. What I tend to do as well is after going to the toilet, I'll weigh myself just to see what the scales are saying. I'm usually hovering around 95, 96, but we're going down. So the first thing I'll do is perch myself on my seat in front of my computer and get the most important tasks done for the day in the morning, because that is when my brain is the most alert. Now there have been some considerable changes from a year ago, or last year at least. I would spend a large chunk of my day perched on this chair, literally sat here designing programs and doing online coaching, because my YouTube blew up from a year ago. I had about 20,000 subscribers. Now I've got like 360,000 subscribers. So in a year it's grown massively. That means the demand for my services has grown hugely. And I was taking a lot of people on. And don't get me wrong, it was good money. I learned a hell of a lot from it, but it was a little bit overwhelming for me. I spent my whole time literally just sat here talking to people. So I've moved away from it a little bit. I don't spend so much time coaching people or doing customized programs. I'm moving onto other areas. I'm going to be releasing new programs which are going to be a little bit more automated, which aren't going to require so much of my time. I still prefer to train between 12 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I have absolutely no idea why, but it seems like my motivation levels and energy levels are peaked at this point during the day, so I will try and train at this point. Also, the gym's empty, so it's absolutely ideal. I am not a fan of training in the evening when the gym's packed out. In my last video, it showed me going to the gym twice in a day. I think I did quads in the morning and hamstrings later on. I definitely don't train twice in a day anymore. Rest is so important for me. So in fact, now I'm actually resting more than I did last year. So I have typically 3 days in a row where I train and then 1 day off. On that day off, I do a bit of core and I do a bit of cardio. If I do go to the gym twice a day, it's often to do a little bit of cardio in the second session. And the thing is, my gym is literally 5 minutes away. So if I've got nothing to do in an evening, which is when I would typically do the cardio, or maybe first thing in the morning, I'll just get up, go, and come back, and that's what, like 45 minutes of my day taken up with a bit of cardio. 2 minutes and 45 seconds. If I do go to the gym to do a bit of cardio, I'll just listen to a podcast or maybe watch an informative YouTube video. I just try and educate myself whilst I'm also burning calories, so I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone. And I do find it hard, particularly with my busy schedule, to fit some learning in. So I need to at least spend a certain percentage of my day or week to, you know, excelling in what it is that I'm doing, whether it be learning about nutrition or training or running a business, marketing, whatever it might be. From Monday to Friday, I would typically spend a lot of time in my apartment. Last year, when I just moved down to London, my main focus was growing my business, so I did spend a lot of time working. And I'm not gonna lie, I sacrificed quite a bit of my social life. And I've come to realize after a year of doing that life is too short and you need to enjoy yourself more, and you definitely need to get out and about more and socialize with people. Because I'm a very social person, and if I'm stuck here in the same 4 walls day in, day out, I go a little bit mad. And it's weird the psychological effects it can have on you. So this is probably going to be quite common for a lot of people who do work from home and spend a lot of time in potential isolation. You have to force yourself to get out and about. So what I would typically do is go out and train with different people. So I go out and meet up with people maybe 2-3 times a week, go and train with them. I'm also working on like new projects and just getting myself out and about. Because the funny thing is, now that I have a decent following on YouTube, all of a sudden people want to work with you, or you can actually reach out to people and say, hey, let's do a collab. And people are like, oh shit, you know, Mike Thurston, yeah, okay, why not? Let's do it. So what I'm doing is just getting myself out and about more, meeting new people, and obviously, well, I do have a girlfriend currently. She's Swedish, she lives in Sweden. I've not really said this before, but I am no longer in a relationship, so I'm single, so that is also another benefit, because I was in a long distance relationship before where, being in that situation, I wasn't really getting out and about. I wasn't socializing with people because I would go and, you know, meet my girlfriend once every 2-3 weeks, or she would come over here, and that was pretty much it. So now I'm single, I'm mingling with different people more, and I'm enjoying life a lot more than I was beforehand. Now I do like to train by myself a majority of the time because I feel like I can really focus and get the most out of my sessions, but that being said, it can get a little bit repetitive and boring, so twice a week I will often train with somebody else, a training partner. I do mix it up, as long as they're good training partners.
Just the 60s today? Just the 60s.
With a training partner, they can also help spot me on particular lifts, which, you know, I'm going to struggle to do by myself. And I do find that if you do find the right training partner and they can, you know, they really know what they're doing in terms of spotting, it can do wonders for your physique and for your strength. I'm going to check the current condition, see what we're dealing with.
Damn, son.
He's getting leaner. The leanness is coming in.
Pretty shredded. Damn, son. Ah, back looks pretty lean.
What do you think needs work? That's the key question, what needs work? Obviously the chest.
That's such a hard question to answer though. When you look at someone standing there, it's hard to pick. Dunno, mate. Looking pretty well-rounded.
Just need to keep cutting.
I think this is the leanest I've ever seen you.
Well, I've been leaner before.
Yeah, I've not seen you leaner than this, definitely.
And it's not eating shit at the weekend. It's not having 5,000 calorie refeed meals on a Saturday and a Sunday.
There you go, guys. Number one tip. Stop eating shit.
So I just got back from training now, just gonna have some food. I'm not gonna have anything too fancy, just a bit of rice and fish. Does the job, not too exotic or fancy. Because I work from home, obviously, I have the freedom to cook whenever I wanna cook. Sometimes I would meal prep, but most of the time I just cook as I go along. It takes a little bit longer, but it just gives me the freedom to choose what I want to eat, and I can eat it completely fresh. And as I'm going along, I do track it in my macro tracker, just so I can hit the targets, which I'm on at the moment. I don't want to go into a full in-depth video on what I eat on a daily basis, because that's going to take up this whole video. There are other videos coming, and I am going to do a video on cutting, because I am cutting at the moment. I didn't know if I should include this in my daily routine, but I do go to the shops usually twice a week. I'm going today, so I thought I'd pop it in there. It's literally 5 minutes away from my house, so I do prefer to do smaller shops on a more frequent basis, just so the vegetables and things like that are fresh as they can be. I did say I like to get out and about, but to be honest, when the weather's this cold in England, the last thing I want to do is be walking around outside when it's snowing. I wouldn't say there's been a drastic change in the food I've been eating over the past year. What I would say is that since I do have a little bit more disposable income, I spend more money on high quality food, so like meats and fish over the counter and organic vegetables, things like that. And one thing, I've mentioned this before in another video, these have been a bit of a game changer for me. Instead of just having the same sources of carbohydrate again, sweet potato, rice, oatmeal, there's different variations of these healthy grains, rice, quinoa, things like that. Mix it with chicken and my meats and stuff, so my evenings are a little bit different to how they were last year. Last year, my sole focus was to grow my YouTube channel, so I was pumping out videos like once every 3 days, which was good for views and subscribers, but wasn't great for the quality of life. And I was literally on my laptop the whole time just editing videos, and it was stressing me out a little bit. Lost the love for it, and I noticed the quality of the videos I was putting out started to diminish a little bit because the love for it wasn't there. So what I do now is I bring out 2 a week. That's my goal. One on a Monday or Tuesday, and then one on a Thursday or Friday, and that's good for me, okay? I'm doing quite a lot of other things at the same time, so I can't just 100% spend all my time doing YouTube. I also have this schedule which I've put in place for myself where I'm mixing things up quite a bit. So I will have 2 days a week which are literally dedicated to getting content, putting YouTube videos together or getting the content for them, and then meeting up with my photographer to get either videos or photographs for Instagram, things like that. I will have 1 day a week where I keep my diary blank, so I can just do anything which needs to be done, which is usually just emails, catching up on stuff, any admin work, things like that. Then I have other days, it tends to be slots here and there where I'm just focusing on my online clients and any customized programs which need to be looked at. And then what has been taking up a large chunk of my time is putting these new online courses together. I've put so many hours worth of fresh content into these courses. The first one is going to be the body recomposition course, which I think is out now. Go check the link in my description to see, and I'm going to have a load of other courses coming out as well. So that explains why my YouTube upload frequency hasn't been as on point as it usually is. And then on a Friday evening and a Saturday day, that's when I train my clients in person. So that's when I go to the other gym, Physique Warehouse, and people come to me and I train them. I like to just batch it, a couple people at a time, instead of dragging it out throughout the week. So like I said before, I have certain allocated slots where I do different things. Saturday evenings, I'm almost always out doing something, going in central London, and then Sunday is the chill day, the day of rest. I mean, I might do a little bit of work here and there, but mostly it's just relaxing and taking it easy. And I think one thing that I've learned as well, and you guys, anyone that works from home or runs their own business, it's hard to switch off sometimes because there's always stuff to be done. It's not like you can it's 5 o'clock, your day at work has ended and you just walk out of there and that's it. There's always something to be done. So what I try and do now on evenings is literally just say, right, at a certain point, whether it's 7 or 8 o'clock, stop doing work and just do something which you enjoy doing, or just chill out a little bit, do something different. Because if you don't have that switch off button, it's like you're continuously working, but then the quality of the work isn't great because you're doing so much of it and it's non-stop. So it's better to have those more concentrated, focused periods of work and then call it a day, chill out, and then you're more likely to be much more productive when it comes to actually doing work in those productive sessions. So there we go, guys. That is my daily routine 1 year on from when I did the last video. A few things have changed, a few things are the same. Got me thinking what I'm going to be doing in a year's time. Will I still be in London? Will I still be in this apartment? Will I still be doing what I'm doing now? We shall see. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to check out the new service which I've just released, which is the online body recomposition course. The link is below. Thanks for watching. See you in a bit. Bye.